Hi everyone! So in today's video I'm going to be filming part 3 of the Crochet Pig, and we're going to be focusing on the ears, nose, and hands, and then sewing everything together. But I just hit 500 subscribers yesterday and I'm so excited. So I just wanted to thank you everyone who subscribes to my channel and watches my video. But to get started with this video, you do need additional things like the eyes for the pig, black yarn, a sewing needle, and then I think that's all you need. But we're gonna get started with the ears. Before we get started, I just actually wanted to mention that I'm going to do this video in 4 parts because the video is a little bit too long and it takes forever to upload. So part 4 will be the nose, and then sewing everything together and showing you the end result. So to start off with the ears, you do need to do the magic circle, and after the magic circle we're going to do our increases. So for round 2 we're going to increase into every stitch, and then you will end up with 12 stitches in round 2. So it's very similar to basically every start of the other parts we did with the pig. And then I'm just going to finish off round 2 and then I'll be back. But again, it's just increases in every stitch. Now for round 3, we want to single crochet into the next stitch. So that right there. And then increase 2 single crochets into the next stitch. And then you want to repeat that all the way around, and you will end up with 18 stitches in total. So again, a single crochet and then an increase. Now for round 4, we're going to single crochet into the next 5 stitches. And then we will do an increase. So you want to repeat that all the way around, and then you will end up with 21 stitches in total for round 4. So single crochet into the next 5 stitches and increase. Okay, so for round 5 to 7, all we're going to do is single crochet all the way around. And now that is going to be 3 rounds of the single crochets, and then I will come back to show you what to do next. So once you finish round 7, just take out your stitch marker and you want to flatten the ear together. So she says to sew this together, and what I'm gonna do is chain 1. It doesn't say this on the pattern, but I personally like to chain 1, and then I start to sew in the pieces together, or crochet the pieces together. So just take your hook and insert it through the same stitches that line up and sew it just like that. So it's very similar to when we sewed the body together. So just like that, and then I'll be back once I reach the end. Here is the ear, and what we're going to do once you reach the end, just take some scissors and then cut off the excess yarn. You do need to leave excess yarn so you can sew this onto the head. And then I'm not gonna put my the extra yarn through the loop. This time I'm just going to pull the yarn out. So, because you're going to sew it anyways, and you do need 2 pieces of the ear. So just crochet the 2, and then you can get ready to sew that later on. Moving on to the arms, you will be needing to do the magic circle again, except this time you will crochet 4 stitches into it. But I will show you this only because it's 4 stitches and not 6 this time. So what you want to do is take the end piece of your yarn and put it over your hand, and then you can wrap it over 2 fingers, and you have this X. So once you have the X, you can take your hook, grab this yarn right here, and you're going to pull it through. So just like that. And remember, just keep holding on to the end piece of the yarn within that circle. And then you want to yarn over your hook and then pull through. So that does not count as a stitch, but once you do that, you have your magic circle. Now what we're going to do is single crochet into the circle 4 times. So 1, 2, and then you can pull this yarn right here to tighten it up, which you should do because it's only 4 stitches. I mean 4 single crochets. So I need 2 more, and that is 4. After you did your 4 single crochets, you want to slip stitch into that first stitch over here, yarn over, and then just pull it through just like that. So if you didn't really understand that, I do have the video, and it's a little bit slower than this, so if you do need help, just go back to that video. But again, it's just only 4 single crochets into it this time, and that's the only difference instead of the 6. Okay, so round 2 of the arm, we're going to be increasing in each stitch. So when you increase in each stitch, you should end up with 8 stitches in total. It's a little bit harder to work with because it's so small. But anyways, I'll be back once I finish the increase in each stitch, and then I will show you round 3. Okay, so for round 3, we're going to single crochet into the next stitch, and then we want to increase. And then you want to repeat that process all the way around until you end up with 12 stitches. Okay, so the circle is expanding and it's going to be a little bit easier to crochet. So for round 4 to 5, all we're doing is single crocheting all the way around. So I will be back after I am finished with round 4 and 5. So again, just single crochet all the way around. Okay, so now on to round 6, we're going to single crochet into the next 3 stitches. And then we will increase. So 2 single crochets for an increase. And then you want to repeat that all the way around until you end up with 15 stitches total. So again, single crochet into the next 3 stitches and then increase. We're now on round 7, which is our last round, and all you need to do is just single crochet into every stitch. So single crochet all the way around, and then I will be back. I finished the arm, and now I'm just going to again take my scissors and then cut off some excess yarn, so I need it left for sewing. And then what I'm going to do is just pull my yarn through. And again, you do need 2 pieces for the arm. And then we are almost done. The next clip I'll show you is of the nose. Okay, so this is actually the end of part 3, and I'll see you guys in part 4 for the nose and then sewing everything together. Thanks for watching.